guys, welcome to Brewyard Beer Company in Glendale, California.
And I'm Kirk Nishikawa.
I'm Sherwin Antonio.
And we're the owners.
We live here.
We live here.
It's been over 5 years. We've kind of gone beyond what we even thought we were even going to accomplish within those years.
Early on, we had a wish list when we opened up in terms of what we wish we had when we started. Both increased production and overall quality. And amazingly enough, during COVID, we realized we actually checked off everything that we wish we had, which was kind of sad and ironic because we had everything and we were closed. So we have the keys now. we could do this. Yeah, it's just a matter of opening up, and hopefully COVID keeps trending downward.
We're still learning, just kind of through trial and error in terms of what works and what doesn't. And a lot of the struggles that we had as well, which they don't talk about, is just the family, just in terms of balancing work and family. And it was kind of 100% work, where we had to.
When we first started.
Yeah,
7 days a week.
we lived here.
And realize that it is an investment. So in the beginning, yes, it is going to cost money, because it's not something that just boom, all of a sudden we make more money, because it's a growth process.
It's all about just kind of building that right team.
Yeah.
Just the right people doing what they need to do at different parts of the business, and that can handle what needs to be done. So
we've always worked on projects together, whether it was working on cars or working on home projects. We're always around each other. So in a sense, it was just a continuation of trying to just get on with the next project, which is this brewery. I mean, yes, this is a much larger project than anything we've ever done. And
we've been friends for so long. We kind of know each other and we work well together. We know when to give it a day, and then we'll kind of come back to it. And we're able to work things out. That's kind of the key to it all.
If there's an issue or a problem where we're either both flustered or we're flustered at each other, it's just more like, "You hungry?" And then, it kind of just goes away.
We do use a lager yeast that a lot of breweries don't use. We brew a whole list of different beers with that one lager yeast. I think what really sets us apart is being Filipino, being able to use Filipino ingredients into our beer, where it actually tasted like beer, but it also had kind of a nice, unique, distinct character to it, like our Calamansi Pilsner, which uses Filipino citrus fruit. It's great for a nice Southern California hot day. Really just trying to quench your thirst with that beer. We also have the ube beer. It's purple, it is.
Yes, I know.
If you grew up with ube, you kind of understand it and you're familiar with it, that it is pretty different and unique. But it still tastes like a beer, which is kind of that nice balance that we try to focus on.
Because we're born and raised Angelenos, we know that this is the path. And one thing that always differentiated us was that from the very start of our brewery, we recognized from day one what beers were meant for Los Angeles. Not necessarily what was popular or what's traditional or what people expect a brewery to brew. We understood that because it's a lot, 80% of the year, lighter beers, crisper beers will always kind of win out at the end of the day. And so it was something that we were coming into our own trying to explain for 5 years. It wasn't that we actually changed our method or our beers. We were just trying to figure out how to communicate this to everyone. What we've been brewing this whole time is a lager yeast IPA. It's just that we never called it a cold IPA, and that's why no one cared. I would say Jewel City is our spirit animal beer, because that is the original traditional California common. That's where the yeast originated from. We borrowed that yeast and spread it out onto all these other different styles. So essentially, Jewel City Common is our mascot in a sense. And it's won 4 awards, 5 awards, state, international. And we called it Jewel City because since we are the first brewery in Glendale, we wanted to give it a name, since it is a California Common too, we wanted to give it our hometown name, if you don't know, Glendale is also known as the Jewel City. For those that don't understand that reference. St. Foley's Red, that's another great meaningful one because once again, it's tied into our city. It's actually named after Captain Foley, a Glendale fire captain. He had ALS in 2015 and then he was forced to retire. Every year, the fire department holds a huge beer festival in his honor. So we thought, oh, we got to be a part of this. You know, this is our hometown. And so we created a beer just for him. We made sure that we donated back to the Glendale Fire Association because they've always been super supportive of us. And so that's why it's going to stay forever too. It'll be just our house beer. And the last one, which one?
Our anniversary.
Cat's Pajamas.
Our Cat's Pajamas anniversary beer, where we brewed pretty much every year for the last 5 years, where it starts off as a Belgian double, and then we actually age it in bourbon barrels, and we release it for our anniversary every year in December. We're actually gearing up to brew it again for this coming December 2021. Yeah. And that's definitely a very special beer for us, and it usually clocks in 11-12%. Yeah, so that's definitely a nice one.
What to look for in the tap room is we actually have the Dodger games and the Laker games. We never had Spectrum here. For 5 years, we didn't have Spectrum.
Or any type of
anything.
cable.
We had like Dish. That's why we have such a big TV, because we're so proud of it now. It's like, yeah, we show Dodger games, you know? And we have a permanent outdoor patio. So even if they get rid of outdoor dining, the city actually granted us permanent status for that. So that'll stay there. And then we're gonna bring back a lot of our events that we used to have, like a Mario Kart racing and things of that sort. But, and karaoke, yeah, hip hop karaoke.
I mean, yeah, so definitely in due time, we'll kind of slowly work in
everything again.
Everything to events and things of that sort. So we definitely miss all our customers that we used to see all the time, but at least now they're starting to come in again.
And then one even more exciting thing, community-wise, every year is we probably donated, on average, at least $10,000 worth of beer to just some local groups, you know, fundraisers and things of that sort. And we actually can't wait to do that again, you know, because that was a great way to just kind of engage. Because last year, yeah, we had to, you know, we were only really able to target one person per can release, you know, or one group per can release, and you know, it was great, but you know, definitely we couldn't affect as many people as we wanted to. So.